Why you should take General GRE test. The Graduate Record Examination, GRE, is a computer adoptive standardized test that consider as a university entrance exam for master's, MBA or PhD equivalent program, especially in North America. There is no score that guarantee admission, but minimum 300 score consider pass mark for apply. You can balance low CGPA, below CGPA 3, with a decent GRE score. Exam format of GRE: there are 3 sections. 1. Analytical writing. You will face 2 separate time tasks. First appear analyze an issue task, then analyze an arguments task. You will get 30 minutes for each written task and received a scale score 0 to 6 out of 6. 2. Verbal reasoning. You have to answer total 40 questions that come under 2 sections. Each section contains 20 questions and gets total 30 minutes or 1.5 minute per question or 90 seconds for each question to answer. You will receive a scale score 130 to 170 out of 170. 3. Quantitative reasoning. You have to answer total 40 questions that come under 2 sections. Each section contains 20 questions and gets total 30 minutes or 1.5 minute per question or 90 seconds for each question to answer. You will receive a scale score 130 to 170 out of 170. Important facts. 1. During exam, if you face verbal section first, then the exam sequence will be verbal reasoning, quantitative reasoning, verbal reasoning, quantitative reasoning, verbal reasoning. Cautions. One of the verbal reasoning sections will be research or unscored section, but not sure which one. Therefore, you have to equally perform better for all sections. If you found one section very difficult, do not consider it a research section. It is possible to get next section more difficult than previous one. 2. During exam, if you face quantitative section first, then the exam sequence will be quantitative reasoning, verbal reasoning, quantitative reasoning, verbal reasoning, quantitative reasoning. Repeat cautions. One of the quantitative reasoning sections will be research or unscored section, but not sure which one. Therefore, you have to equally perform better for all sections. If you found one section very difficult, do not consider it as a research section. It is possible to get next section more difficult than previous one. Study materials: analytical writing. You will get same prompt from ETS pools. Google search GRE ETS pool of issues, arguments, web www.ets.org. Best book for AWA is Vibrant Publishers, www.vibrantpublishers.com. Practice the entire book. It is probable to get common from the book on real exam about 80%. You will find 30 issue task and 30 argument task. Verbal reasoning. This is the tough section and about 90% students struggle to score verbal sections. Therefore, you have to seriously prepare yourself with right study materials. Below are the breakdowns. Sentence equivalents. You will face 4 questions per section, in total 8 questions at the end. This question appears after long RC and the number will be 16 to 20. ETS official books are the best for practice, but if you are suffering for basic, then first complete Manhattan 7 to 8 or verbal Grail books. Then, sequentially follow revised GRE Cracked, www.revisedgraycracked.blogspot.com, pp plus TCSE, www.gre.kmf.com, text completion. You will face 6 questions per section, in total 12 questions. This question appears at first and the number will be 1 to 6. GRE Big Book and ETS official books are the best for practice, but if you are suffering for basic, then first complete Manhattan 7 to 8 or verbal Grail books. GMAT official guide, only for critical reasoning questions. You will face 2 CR, short passage, per section with single questions. Power Score LSAT Logical Reasoning Bible, only for selected critical reasoning questions. It will help you to build up a strong basic not only for critical reasoning but also argument easy of written section. Power Score LSAT Reading Comprehension Bible, only for long RC. It will help you to build up a strong basic. American Super Guide. Very good for RC practice, same difficulty and concept, even some RC is more difficult than real GRE RC. ETS Big Book. Golden Book for RC practice, same difficulty, pattern and concept. Vocabulary. There are several ways to learn word, some folk prefer image format, others found useful with context. Checked which one applicable to you. Although there is no word limit, you can practice following resources. Barron's 1100 words. You find most of the word in the real GRE exam, but again not 100%. It is useful because focus more on context rather dictionary meaning. Magoosh 1000 words. This resource is for those who love picture format, but again 100% will be not common in the real GRE exam. Power Score GRE vocabulary. In this source, you will find 700 repeat words that means appeared mostly in the real exam. Complement source. When practice any verbal question, mark the unknown words and list it with words records. Then, read newspaper from alldaily.com, ideas, criticism, debate, Eon with vocabulary highlighter. It is 100% working to see common words in the real exam and also effective to remember. Word Power made easy by Norman Lewis. To build up basic through root, prefix, suffix and story, this book is very useful to overcome vocabulary fear. Quantitative reasoning. Math section of GRE getting harder, but right resources with practice, you can get target score. Below are the breakdowns. Manhattan 1 to 6. Are you suffering for basics? Can't do math faster without calculator? Very slow in mental math? Then this book is the right materials to start at the root. 5LB. Do you have strong basic? Are you a fresh student with quant background? Can you solve math without calculator? Are you good at mental math? If the answer is yes, then this book is the right one to start. Some folk maybe advise you to not practice 5LB by saying that this book is now outdated and not meet current question standards. This is 100% correct for verbal section. For quant, it is an excellent book for good score. Its lacking side is, not good for data interpretation questions. Nova Math Bible. This book for those who are looking for perfect score or if you think, need more practice to clear concept and basic. It is very good for permutation combination, geometry, probability and statistics portions. ETS Official Books. It includes Revised Official Guide and Quantitative Reasoning Volume 1. You can practice it at last or after Manhattan 1 to 6. GMAT Official Guide. This will be a perfect match if you practice after Manhattan 1 to 6 and ETS Official Books. These combinations help you to build up strong basic and understanding for new test format. GRE Big Book. This book is the best for data interpretation questions. You will find same difficulty with same concept in the real exam. First, clear basic from Manhattan 1 to 6, then ETS Official Book and finally GRE Big Book. Usually, you will find 3 questions under 2 prompt. GMAT 700 to 800 level quant. These prepare you well to tackle new GRE and help to score closer to 170. Preparation time and cost. Preparation time varies person to person but minimum 6 months with consistency need for better score. If you are suffering for basic or left university more than 5 years ago, it can take 1 year even more time to score well. Its registration fees are $205, except Turkey, China, Australia, Nigeria, and India, and you can pay with international banking systems such as MasterCard.